is going down, sourdough squad? How are we doing? It's Monday. Feels like I haven't seen you guys in a while. Didn't see you guys on Friday, but we get to see you today. Hopefully, everyone is doing well. You know the vibes. Shout out to SDS. Look at Brian. He already knows. Smash that like button if you haven't already. We got the whole squad in here. There goes Cap. Shout out to SDS 916. We see you. Detail. Good to see you, my boy. Good to see you. Good to see you, Detail. One of my favorites. Oh, look at the head scout of the Sourdough Squad. What's going on, Justin? Let's go. We got Jesus. We got some OG Sourdough Squad members in the building today. Let's go. Detail been OG since before the Sourdough Squad even existed. Was good. Everyone love to see the squad in here. Let's go. Bread Gang in the building. Man, we're close. We're one day closer to football. I'm telling you. We are in the dog days of the off season. And listen to Cap, smash that like button if you haven't already. We're in the dog days right now, ladies and gentlemen. But if you are just a diehard San Francisco 49er fan, oh, that's why you're here right now, rocking it with the SDS, because guess what? We just cannot get enough. And even when there's no football in sight, we're still rocking with the gang. What's good to everyone? Let's shout everyone now. We got Niner Nation out in New York City. Let's go. Paul from overseas. We see Detail said content drier than the Sahara right now. No lies detected. But guess what? We still got content coming for you guys. What we're going to talk about today. We'll talk a little bit about the Jimmy G thing that's kind of circulating around with the situation regarding Julian Edelman. We'll get into that, I think, towards the end here. We'll open it up at the end. Any questions, whatever we want to talk about. But the main point of what we're going to talk about today is we're going to talk breakout candidates. It is the off season. However, it does give us an opportunity. Was good, baller? My guy says, Ben, smash that button. Love to see it. Love to see the gang in here. Let's go. We got North Carolina repping. Oh, look at Dylan. We got the OG in here. Let's go. Oh, look at media. What's up, stepson? What's good, stepson? Good to see you. We'll talk about the absolutely crazy, groundbreaking, earth-shattering, mind-boggling, bombshell, shocking Debo news that will come. We'll talk about that as well. Again, we'll save that. That's such a juicy story, so we'll save it for the end. That will be our little dangling carrot that we will talk about at the end. But today, what I do want to talk about players that I believe are going to break out. We go back to last year. Let's talk about some of the players that broke out last year. We look at guys like Azeez Al-Shaair. That boy went ham. He went berserk. Al-Shaair, he already broke out. So he's not going to make the list. He's already broken out. Emmanuel Mosley, I think, in my opinion, solidified himself as a cornerback one. He ain't making the list either. I'm sorry. Sorry, E-Man. But in my opinion, you done broke out already. So I can't put you on the breakout candidates list because you already broke out. Great call by Baller. Arden Key broke out, 6 sack season, coming out of nowhere, getting thrown to the streets by the Raiders. The 49ers scoop him up, say, hey, we got a home for you. Come over here. Come with the 49ers. Come to the good side. Arden Key balls out, gets 6 sacks on the year. So, we had Debo breakout. Debo's not making it. Sorry. Debo's not making it. Sorry, Debo. Not going to make it. You already broke out, Debo. Obviously, Nick Bosa ain't going to be anywhere near this list. So no Jimmy Ward. So if you've already broke out, I'm sorry. This ain't the list for you. This list is going to be for the guys that we think are going to take that next step forward in regards to production, importance, relevance, all of those things. Taking that step forward based on where they are last year, what they did last year, and where they're going to go this year. So let's go ahead and get this thing started. So we're gonna start from the back. We're gonna work it to the front. Again, you've already seen this list if you follow me on IG and Twitter. So it's not gonna be a big shocker. Ooh, Greenlaw stonks to the moon. Oh, maybe. But before we get started, let's do this. Let's do this. Since we got some people in the chat, and again, if you haven't already, it's the off season, so it's the drought. We need all the help we can get. Smash that like button. And right now, what I want you guys to do in the chat, I want you to drop your number one breakout candidate for the San Francisco 49ers, you guys. And reminder, this is a non-quarterback, non-rookie ranking. Part of that reason is we know Trey Lance is going to the moon. It's kind of counterproductive. We know Trey Lance going to the moon. So anyone not named Trey Lance, no rookies, who is going to be that guy for the San Francisco 49ers that's going to break out? I want to see it in the chat. I want to see what you guys are thinking. And then we are going to get started right off the bat. Brandon Ayuk. Is he going to be in for a big year? Ooh, we think so. We think Ayuk going to the moon, baby. Hufanga, throw up the T's, baby. We throwing up the T's. Juwan Jennings, JJ Stonks to the moon. Tabor Pepper breakout. Watch out. Hey, special teamers made this list that we're going to talk about today. So you can't sleep on the special teamers. Media's calling for Ayuk. Jennings. Shannon on Facebook calling for Ayuk. This I agree with. He did not make the list, but he was in heavy consideration for the list. So I agree. Good call by Baller. Spoiler alert. Kevin Givens did not make the list. However, he was in heavy consideration to make the list. I think Kevin Givens is heading into a pretty big year for himself and his development. Could be a guy that we see make some plays on the interior defensive line. Ayuk and Hufanga. Don Burr dropping his Detroit Lions breakout player. He's dropping Levi on Wuzuruki. Probably destroyed that name. Tabor Pepper's season officially. Oh, details calling out Ambry Thomas. I would love to hear that particular logic. We left Ambry Thomas off the list because when we look at a healthy Emmanuel Mosley, we look at a Charvarius Ward who's been added, we look at Emmanuel Mosley, we know based on all accounts he might not be playing in the slot. Right now, the leading slots are guys like Darqueze Dennard, Samuel Womack, Diamador Lenore, and maybe one of those top three guys kicked down. But what does that leave for Ambry? Is Ambry going to get run this year? I don't know. It's going to be a great thing to watch out for. But I would imagine Ambry Thomas, if given the opportunity, could get a lot better in year two, of course. We saw what he was able to do in limited snaps towards the end of the year. Ayuk and Jennings, man. Ayuk and Jennings are dominating the list so far from the chat. Manuel says Kinlaw and Ayuk. Kinlaw and Banks for Sean. Ooh, little Diamador Lenore love. Love to see that. Ooh, don't sleep on Mo Hurst. Don't sleep on Mo Hurst. We got Kinlaw. Double Kinlaws back to back. More Ayuk. Elijah Michelle. Don't make me turn that into a nickname. Me, Elijah Michelle. You guys are dropping them in here quick. Let's move through. Ayuk, Hufanga, more Ayuk. Oh, we got some Ray McLeod love. Javon Kinlaw. John says Kinlaw did not get a chance second year to prove himself. He'll get an opportunity this year, that's for sure. Ooh, Ray McLeod, Javon Kinlaw, Trey Sermon. That's our first Trey Sermon sighting. Love to see that. Niner by nature. Wait, is this the Niner by nature? I'm not gonna lie. Did you change your profile picture? It's kind of throwing me for a loop here. Is this the Niner by nature, aka Debo that like button? I think it is. Not gonna lie. Profile pic threw me for a second. Oh, the McGlinchey hive is buzzing. Let's go. We got Hurst. We got Ayuk. Hey, full honesty here. Full honesty. What's good, Chase? Good to see you. Full honesty. Trey Lance isn't on this list. We omitted quarterbacks, but if Trey Lance had to be on this list, he wouldn't be number one. Hey, don't shoot the messenger. He would be number two, though. Just saying. So on this list, if Trey Lance was included into the ranking, I would have Trey Lance at number 2. So it's going to be very interesting. Who edged out Trey Lance? The future of the franchise. Who was it? Ooh, we're getting lots of Kinlaws in here. Ooh, shout out Jake Brendel. Jimmy Ward already broke out. He can't break out again. Elijah Mitchell, Ayuk, Aaron Banks, again, Sermon and Hufanga. Ooh, George Odom. I like that pick. That's George Odom coming over from the Colts is a guy who's going to be heavy contributor on special teams. We're going to see if he challenges Talanoa Hufanga, but we also know the 49ers like using 3 safeties on the field quite a bit. So that opportunity still exists. We get Javon Kinlaw, Elijah Mitchell, Big Banks, take Little Bank, Dre Greenlaw. Ooh, Jordan Mason. I'm surprised this isn't Justin. Justin, is this your burner? Maybe. I'd like to say Trey Lance is the X factor in the Ayuk breakout. Facts. That is true. That goes into part of the discussion, but we're going to see where Brandon Ayuk actually lands on the list. King Geo says, I don't know who it will be, but it better be Ty Davis Price. Ooh, DFF sighting. There you go. Hey, we got some nice Oren Burks, DFF, some good depth at linebacker. It's going to be interesting to see who steps up out of those two. Aaron Banks, Justin's doubling down on the Hurst breakout. All right. It is the Niner by nature. Change the pick. I feel you, my boy. And you know the vibes. Debo that like button. Sack that like button. You know the vibes. Get the likes up to the moon. All right. I think we've made it through a good amount. All right. Let's hop into this. Let's get into our first breakout candidates. Again, we're going to start from 10 and work our way backwards. This one is a little bit of a dual action. So as I currently see it, I believe these two guys, number 10, Ray McLeod, and number 9, Charles Omenihu, have the potential to do damage for the San Francisco 49ers. I really, really think they do. Now, when you look at Ray McLeod, he's been in the league for how many years? 4 years. Hasn't been used a ton as a wide receiver, throughout his career. He's got 390 receptions or receiving yards on 64 receptions, 0 touchdowns. So how is Ray McLeod necessarily going to be a breakout for the San Francisco 49ers? Well, we're going to talk about the aspect of special teams. We had a special teamer make the list in the 4 years that Ray McCloud has been in the league. 1 year with Buffalo as a rookie. He went to Carolina and then 2 years in Pittsburgh. Ray McCloud has quietly racked up over 1,600 kick return yards. That's not bad. And guess what? The San Francisco 49ers are desperately in need of production from the special teams returner. We remember what happened last year. Was it Brandon Ayuk going to be the number one returner? Was it going to be Mohamed Sanu, Raheem Mostert, Travis Benjamin, Trenton Cannon? Who was going to be the returner for the San Francisco 49ers in 2021? No one knew, and no one stuck, and it didn't work out. The 49ers needed someone to rely on in the return game, and they had no one. So this year, there seems to be an emphasis to go get a guy like Ray McCloud, who, from a traits standpoint, has all the wiggle, explosion, cuts, north, south, west, east. The dude can go anywhere. Doesn't matter. He's got speed, he's got lateral quickness, and that allows him to play in space extremely well and be a factor in the return game. So I see Ray McCloud entering that list, big part due to what he's going to be able to do as a returner, also as a punt returner. And as a punt returner on essentially 81 returns, he was able to take it for 767 yards, which is not bad with a long of 57. The 49ers are going to need this type of production out of a guy in the return game. But that's not only where Ray McCloud's impact will be felt. We understand that with the Debo situation, and we'll get to more about the Debo situation kind of at the end. But in regards to the Debo situation, it 100% feels like Debo Samuel, until he gets paid, doesn't want to be that wide back. So this is a guy who could play that role on offense. Now, I don't think he will have a huge role on offense, but I think he will have a role. And what that role will be is a guy who can play behind the line of scrimmage, is a guy who you could get the ball in space on screens, and he could do the rest. He is kind of that yak guy. Just get the ball into his hands and let him work. That's why I think Ray McCloud. Now, he might not have huge volume on offense. However, when he touches the ball, dude's electric. So you get him with Kyle Shanahan, you get him with all the weapons around him, and I think Ray could be a threat. So that's why I got Ray as number 10 in the breakout candidate category. I think he could be that guy. I agree with media. Danny Gray could do it too. The only thing that I got against Danny Gray right now is Danny Gray has got to learn the playbook. We understand that Kyle Shanahan's playbook is immense. It is deep. It is complicated. And Ray McCloud's got 4 years of NFL experience coming from a Mike Tomlin coached team. I think Ray McCloud will fit in very nicely. And by all accounts, he's done very well in OTAs and minicamp. So I think Ray McCloud could be that guy. Number 9, though, Charles Omenihu, another guy that doesn't have a ton of production. Again, the 49ers traded for Charles Omenihu mid-year last year from the Texans. I forget exactly what the trade compensation was to get him, but it wasn't a whole lot. And essentially, the 49ers have an opportunity right now to maximize their return on this particular investment. We saw Charles Omenihu really start to pick it up towards the end of the year. Obviously, Arden Key is no longer here. You've seen Chris Kosarek be able to utilize defensive ends in the 3-tech and pass rushing situations by kicking them down over the guard. You've got these long, athletic freak athletes that typically play edge, but we've seen them have success when you kick them to the interior. Shout out media for the assist. Says they gave up a 2023 sixth for Charles Omenihu. Already proving to be a good investment for the 49ers. Um, Charles Omenihu, though, has an opportunity to really, I think, take a step forward. Now, volume, again, like we talk about with a lot of these guys, he's not going to be an every down player. He's going to be a rotational defensive lineman. But what makes him valuable is he can play on the interior, he can play on the outside, he can play edge and base downs, he can kick inside and pass rushing situations, third and longs, things like that. I think Charles Omenihu fits into this season, gets a full offseason with the 49ers, and has an opportunity to put up similar statistics to what Arden Key did. 6, 7, 8 sacks. I don't think is a crazy range of outcome, especially when you put out the turbo package and you get these guys hunting the quarterback. I think Charles Omenihu could be one of those guys. And I agree. I I believe KY here too. Kamoko Ture. Do not sleep on Kamoko. Now, Kamoko did not make this list, but again, partly due to there's not enough spots. Kamoko Ture is a huge sleeper for the San Francisco 49ers. Coming off an injury last year, 49ers were able to get him on a good deal, but he has an opportunity again, be one of these rotational guys that really does some numbers for the 49ers. But let's move to number 8, Samson Ebukam. Now, Samson kind of had a slow start, right? He didn't really show up, at least on the stat sheet, early in the year for the San Francisco 49ers, but he was able to finish the year with, what was it, 4.5 sacks. And all those sacks came within like the last 3 to 4 games. And then he continued to have production in the playoffs. So, and Samson also talked about this again, kind of there's a scheme that Kosarek implements. Not everyone picks it up right away. There's different elements that you have to adjust to, especially Samson coming from the Rams, then to the 49ers, to the wide nine that kind of is implemented by Chris Kosarek. He admitted it took him a little bit of time to kind of get up to speed, but we saw him kind of get up to speed. And it's it was very it was phenomenal to see, to be honest. It was phenomenal to see, and I think he has an opportunity to continue to build. Again, same things apply to what we talked about with Kamoko, what we talked about with Omenihu, essentially anyone on that defensive line not named Eric Armstead or Nick Bosa. There's going to be a lot of rotations happening, but it feels like Samson Ebukam, understanding what he's getting paid right now contractually, it is going to be something where he can take that next step forward. And I really do think he can. Again, he's a smaller statured defensive end. However, when we saw him start to pick it up there towards the end of the year, really starting to work the moves and the counter moves, he was starting to kind of enforce his will against opposing offensive linemen. And we were seeing him create a lot of pressures there at the end of the year. So I think, again, another full off season, and you can't forget Samson was hurt almost all of training camp. So all of training camp, we did not see a whole lot of Samson. We didn't see a whole lot of Samson into preseason. So he kind of had a rough start with the 49ers. I think this full off season, him being healthy is just going to translate into a bigger year for the 49ers. Moving on to number 7. Now, Charvarius Ward is on this list. Some may say, hey, Charvarius Ward already broke out. Because guess what? He got paid a ton of money by the 49ers. He was their key, I guess not key, but the star jewel of the 49ers free agent class. Um, of course, that would have you believe that he's probably already broke out, right? Well, he hasn't broke out with the San Francisco 49ers yet. He broke out with the Chiefs. Now, gotta see it with the 49ers. But the reason why he's on this list at number 7 is because I think Charvarius Ward is going to be a huge difference maker for the San Francisco 49ers in regards to how they're going to change their scheme, manipulate the defensive side of the football by being able to work more press man coverage. This guy's a press man god. All right. This guy is physical. He has length. He has speed, fluid hips, good feet, good eyes. This is going to be perfect for the San Francisco 49ers in a division that hosts wide receivers named DK Metcalf. We'll see if DK sticks around. We're not going to be too upset if DK Metcalf decides to ship himself out of town. But for the meantime, he still exists. Also, a division that has Cooper Cup, a division that now has what's his name? Former Bears, Jags wide receiver. It's right there on the tip of my tongue. Don't you love when that happens? Allen Robinson. You got Allen Robinson, another big bodied type wide receiver. Then, of course, go down to Arizona once DeAndre Hopkins gets off suspension. You got D Hop, you got Hollywood Brown, you got Rondale Moore. So, in a division that is stacked, having a guy like Charvarius Ward who can match up with these bigger bodied type of wide receivers is going to be immensely beneficial for the San Francisco 49ers defense, the scheme that they're trying to operate and implement, and what they can do with it. So I really believe that with the addition of Charvarius Ward, we're going to see more man coverage. Historically, at least since 2017, since Kyle Shanahan took over, the 49ers have operated more zone shell schemes. They've been operating cover 2, cover 3. I feel like we're going to see a situation with the 49ers defense with players like this where they can now execute more press man, meaning leaving the cornerbacks on an island with those wide receivers that we mentioned, not having to bracket coverage, not having to roll coverage to a certain side. Literally, like, hey, Charvarius, see Cooper? See Cooper out there? Yeah, you go over there. Hey, Emmanuel Mosley, you see Allen Robinson? That's you. Go clamp his ass up. And then we're just going to send pressures. We're going to send exotic blitz packages. We're going to have stunts on the defensive line. I think this is the opportunity where Charvarius Ward allows kind of D'Amico Ryans to really showcase how creative of a defensive play caller he is. Because when we look at last season, D'Amico Ryans was reacting to what he had available. He was reacting to having to have guys like Dre Kirkpatrick, to having freaking Josh Norman, rookie Ambry Thomas, Diamador Lenore, Tavon Wilson, rookie Talanoa Hufanga. I really feel like D'Amico had to protect his guys with the certain schemes he was calling. Again, the Bengals game was the perfect kind of, if you go back and watch, it was the perfect uh essentially showed that of how he had to run cover 2 basically schemes to protect Ambry, keep Ambry in the flat, not putting Ambry in one-on-one situations where he could get destroyed by Jamar Chase, Tyler Boyd, T. Higgins. He did a really good job of keeping him around the line of scrimmage. Like, we saw how they had to effectively rely on Fred Warner, Aziz Al-Shire, and Jimmy Ward and Kwaski to be able to defend the middle of the field and the basically outside the numbers where they kept their cornerbacks closer to the line of the scrimmage. So I do believe Charvarius Ward unlocks the 49ers defense. And I'm very excited about this. I'm very excited about this. That's why I got him number 7. I think he's going to be able to absolutely benefit and potentially get multiple turnovers with the 49ers, again, with that defensive line. And number 6 on this list, some have argued Javon Kinlaw should be much higher on the 49ers breakout list in 2022. And guess what? I, I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all. If you want to put Javon Kinlaw 3, maybe 4, okay. I'm there for it. But right now, I got Javon Kinlaw at 6 because, one, he's going to break out. This is going to be the year that Javon Kinlaw stays healthy. It feels like a perfect storm is accumulating around Javon Kinlaw. They fixed the knee after years of issues. From everything he's told me specifically, told other media, what we've seen on the field, Javon Kinlaw has appeared to finally fixed the knee issue. And what has transpired as a result, he is in the best shape of his life. Just like he came on our show and talked about, he's doing things that he's never been able to do. The type of bend that he's able to have is different than he's been able to execute ever before. He's saying right now, he feels better than when he was healthy last year on the field. That to me should terrify opposing offensive lines because Javon Kinlaw is a freak. Just because we haven't been able to see him in that regard on the field because he's been healthy doesn't diminish the talent that he actually possesses. Again, this is a 24-year-old freak of nature from a physical standpoint. We already know he's a dog. We already know he's got that dog mentality. We already know Javon Kinlaw has a gargantuan-sized chip on his shoulder, and he's got a lot of people to prove wrong this year. All of these things, on top of him being in the best shape of his life, if you've seen Javon Kinlaw this offseason, this mother looks like a freaking beast. Javon Kinlaw, the barbarian. The freaking barbarian he fits the nickname. He looks like a barbarian. So I really do think that Javon Kinlaw coming into this defensive line, again, the 49ers need a stout run stopper. They have been kind of missing that since DeForest left. They got some of that back when they were forced to kick Eric Armstead inside. But now Javon Kinlaw, granted he stays healthy, gives the 49ers an opportunity to be even more fluid with the rotations on the defensive line up front, gives him an opportunity to actually really thrive now. Not only is he going to be playing in the 0-tech, 1-tech, but I think he's going to have an opportunity to play in the 3-tech, over guards, one-on-one situations, and be able to showcase his strength, be able to showcase the pass rush moves that he has been developing. We've always looked at Javon Kinlaw as a plus run stopper. We've been looking at him as a developmental interior pass rusher. But now this year, I think, is the opportunity where all of those things come together. And Javon Kinlaw has an opportunity to create a lot of havoc because guess what? If you put Javon Kinlaw at the 3-tech right next to Nick Bosa, they're going to be double teaming Nick Bosa. They're going to be scheming the offensive line. They're going to be sliding protection, or if you kick Kinlaw on the other side, where they're sliding protection away from Kinlaw to Bosa's side. You're getting Kinlaw one-on-one against guards. You better hope you have a good guard, because if you get a healthy Kinlaw in one-on-one situations, he's just hard to stop. He's a big son of a gun. He's healthy. He's strong. He's big. So that's a 6'6" barbarian barreling down the interior. So I think Javon Kinlaw, he's worthy of being higher on this list. 100%. He's worthy of being higher on this list. But I think Javon Kinlaw right there at 6, I think is a good spot. Hey, and don't mess with his footballs. Javon coming this year, boy. No pause. You better hope you're not an opposing offensive lineman, because you screwed, boy. That he's angry too. That's the best part. That's the best part. He's angry. Javon's pissed off. He's oh god. I feel like you give me a healthy Javon Kinlaw, dude's gonna go crazy this year. What's good, Travie? I agree with this. Kinlaw, Armstead together, gonna be phenomenal. And yes, he's gonna be our starting zero tech. I think he's gonna be that nose guard. I think he's gonna be that guy who's gonna play over the center, all that good stuff. I think he's gonna be fire. I think Javon Kinlaw, big year coming for the boy. Really, really excited. But moving to number 5, the reason why Aaron Banks gets a kind of jump above. What's good, Jesse? Shout out, wifey. Hopefully, you two are doing well. The reason why Banks gets a little bit of a jump over Kinlaw, I honestly think Kinlaw could have a better impact next year than Aaron Banks, but we understand what's at stake with the 49ers offensive line. No more Laken Tomlinson. You lose a Pro Bowl guard. You lose an all-world center in Alex Mack. Now, granted, he was on the back end of his career, but still a phenomenal center for the 49ers. Really was able to get the 49ers offensive line locked in, loaded, ready to go. Again, Trey Lance talked about this. We've heard conflicting reports from Kyle Shanahan, because we know Kyle likes to keep things close to the vest. And he spoke against this, saying that, oh, no, the centers don't do a whole lot. The centers just, they just do their job. But Trey Lance let us know who's making all the calls on the line of scrimmage. It's the center. It's the center identifying the mic. It's the center sliding protection. It's the center calling out blitzes. The center, of course, is going to be relied on, Jake Brendel. But right next to him, Aaron Banks. It's going to be a lot of tandem right there. But we're looking at Aaron Banks because Aaron Banks, the former second-round draft pick, there's a lot of eyes on Aaron Banks. And with Aaron Banks, again, completely changing his body this offseason, shedding some weight, getting leaner, getting stronger, getting faster, playing next to Trent Williams, Aaron Banks has an opportunity this year to kind of prove everyone right of why the San Francisco 49ers selected him in the second round. So with Aaron Banks in this offense, I think there's an opportunity for him to really have a good season. And if Aaron Banks has a good season, we're going to call that a breakout. We are going to call that a breakout because, let's face it, he didn't have the best preseason. When we saw him for a couple plays against the Jags, wasn't phenomenal. So if Aaron Banks can come out, prove to everyone he belongs and was worthy of that second-round pick, that's going to be such a boost to the San Francisco 49ers offense. And they're going to continue to be able to run the ball. Again, 49ers have kind of been known as an outside zone team, meaning they like to stretch the field east-west. And then you get the cutback lanes off of that, and that's why you get the zone runners, and they're cutting off that. I think you're going to get a lot more mid-zone, meaning in between the tackles, getting more zones up the middle. And if you can get guys like Aaron Banks moving, getting to second level, double to backer, all those types of things. There's an opportunity combined with, the running back stable that the 49ers have. It's going to be a good situation. If you think Aaron Banks is going to have a breakout season, you know what to do. Smash the like button. If you're lurking, if you're an SDS lurker and you're enjoying the content, smash the like button because we would appreciate it. Love you guys. It's good to see you guys, man. Good to see you. I can't wait till we can talk about football, but still, anytime that we can all come, the SDS can all come together and just vibe out on some football because we're all just football nerds at the end of the day. That's a good time. That's a good time. So again, make sure you smash that like button and let's move on to number 4. Now, some people earlier on the post were like, Elijah Mitchell already broke out. And I was like, Now, what was Elijah Mitchell broke the franchise record for rookie rushing yards. Some people might consider that a breakout. I believe Elijah Mitchell was he like top 2 in yards after contact from a not only rookie running back, but I think in the league. Elijah Mitchell put up some numbers, put up some statistics last year. So some people are like, hey, he already broke out. And I'm like, no, he didn't. It looked like he broke out, but there is another level to what Elijah Mitchell can offer. Now, I get it. You're going to get a healthy Jeff Wilson. The 49ers draft TDP. What's Trey Sermon going to be? Jordan Mason, undrafted free agent, stud by all accounts. But I really do believe Elijah Mitchell has an opportunity to be the base down back for the San Francisco 49ers. See, just like 916 said, I thought he already broke out. That's the thing, is when I studied Elijah Mitchell, if you were with us throughout the year last year when we were doing film breakdowns of the offense every week, you would see me going to Elijah Mitchell run plays and being like, oh, look, he missed the hole. I would rewind it and be like, oh, look, he didn't cut right. He didn't read the block right. He's still able to get positive yardage because he's a talented back. He's a good after contact, things like that. But if you guys remember, during our film breakdowns, we would watch Elijah Mitchell, but he left some yards on the field. He didn't read that block properly. Oh, he hit that cutback a little too late. When Elijah Mitchell, and when he got hurt mid-year, and then came back like week 17, week 18. He looked different. He looked like it's like, oh, his vision looks better. His cutting looks better. And that's why I still consider him. I don't think he broke out. Now, you look at a 6th-round draft pick, you look at the franchise, breaking the franchise rookie record, and we talked about, if you broke out last year, you're not going to be on this list. I don't think he's broke out yet. I really do believe Elijah Mitchell has another dimension to his game. I believe when it comes to his vision, he has the traits. Like, he has the cutting ability. He has the power. He has the speed. He has all the traits. But one of the things that he was still getting better at last year was the feel behind the offensive line, trying to understand when to cut back, which hole to choose, what timing needed to be executed. Because unfortunately for running backs, at least in the Kyle Shanahan scheme, there's very slim margins for error. Like, it's just the way it is. It's not like a power run scheme where you're like, all right, we're running through the A gap. It's going to be blocked up so you can run through the A gap. It's going to be holy smackaronis. Wow. Wow, Jesse. Wow. I gotta make my face bigger for this one. Wow. Shout out Jesse and Wifey, cause that's amazing, dude. I think also, holy what a legend, bro. Don't You're gonna make me freaking tear up on the stream, dude. This is by far the biggest donation we've ever had from anyone on the show. I can't believe it, dude. Bro, shout out freaking Jesse. Jesse just blessed the boy. Walker's college fund. What a you damn it, Jesse. That's a good damn it, Jesse, by the way. Oh my gosh, dude. Appreciate you, my boy. Jesse. What a legend. I can't wait to tell my wife about this. My goodness, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, man. I really do appreciate that. Oh boy. Whew. Let me get it together. Thank you, Jesse. Again, thank you, man. Speechless, bro. Speechless. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Jesse says, "We love you, bro. Been waiting since last week. I was fishing, missed last week. Hey, bro, you made up for it." Damn, Jesse just blessed us, man, dude. I really appreciate that, Jesse. Absolutely. Whew. Thank you, bro. Thank you. And again, thank you to all of you, man, who have supported me and my family through this time. And it's been difficult. But you know, again, SDS, man, has been so helpful. And again, shout out Jesse, shout out Wifey. I imagine at this point Wifey's watching too. So shout out both of you guys, man. I really appreciate, of course, the support that you guys just bring. Just being in the chat, being a great member of the SDS. But this is beautiful. Thank you, man. I really do appreciate it. I just want to, of course, single you out for this. Man, appreciate you, dude. Really, really appreciate you. Really means a lot. Hell yeah. Let's go. Shout out Jesse and Wifey. Let's go. Legends. Chat legends. Official, like a referee with the whistle. Chat legends. Appreciate you guys. Of course, to you, Jesse, and of course your wife. Appreciate you guys so much, man. You can do. Oh my god, dude. Coach. Damn, bro. Is this the get Brad to cry on live challenge? You guys are trying really hard, and it's close. It's close. Oh my god. Hey, y'all can roast me all you want. Free game for you guys. You guys get to roast me all you want. Coach just dropped a 200 bomb on. Oh my gosh. Coach says, and you have. I've been asking you privately for weeks. You have 100%, and you won't reply with what you need. I'll be honest, man. I'm not good at asking people for stuff. Uh, he says, now I gotta embarrass you. You are loved. I feel it, man. I feel it from all of us. There are people who want to give that can't. We can all pick up the slack. We love you and Walker. My girl made me add her share too. Bro, appreciate you and your girl. Bro, appreciate my goodness, man. I'm speechless. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say at this point. Bro, I love you guys. I love you guys so much, man. It's It's been such a difficult time for me and my family. We're still going through it. Still, having our hard days. Every time we take a step forward, it's like two steps back. So again, I love you guys so much, man. Shout out Coach. Coach is a real one. Jesse's a real one. All you guys in the SDS are a real one. Like, I can't I don't even know what to say, man. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. But thank you, Coach, man. So much, dude. My boy. Day one boy. Bro, I don't even know what to say, bro. Oh my goodness. You guys are phenomenal. You guys are phenomenal. I mean, this is unbelievable. This is unbelievable, bro. Like, look at this. Coach just dropped, blessed me with 200. Jesse hit me with 150. Bro, you guys are literally, I say it all the time. I say the SDS is undefeated, but this is a perfect example of why the SDS is undefeated. And two, I also want to offer this up to you guys. Like, if you and your family are going through something, you guys need prayer, you guys need energy, vibes, anything, please share with me so that we can share to our SDS family. And because we got a really special group here. I say it all the time. I don't say it lightly, but we got a special group here. Oh my goodness, bro. Appreciate you, Corey, dude. Corey, my guy, always showing love to me. So I appreciate you so much, Corey. Corey always showing love. Man, dude, this is crazy. This is why, bro. Like, this is oh my goodness. But again, like I said, if any of you guys are going through something and you can I'm not going to pretend like it's super easy to get a hold of me. Just ask Coach and Jesse. I'm not going to pretend like it's super easy to get a hold of me, especially now. But if we can pick it up and we can share the struggles of life that we have to go through, and the Niner fam can lean on each other, please do. Or if you just want to ask for prayer or energy in the chat, you're going through something, drop it in the chat. We will amplify it because we got good people around us. This is unbelievable. This is absolutely unbelievable. Um, I, jeez, man. Yes, yes, Jesse, yes. Hold on a second. I'm not gonna lie. I can't believe you're not wrenched up already. Hold on one second. Let's go. Let's go, Jesse. I'm gonna hit Corey too because you guys are legends. You guys have been here. You've been around. So welcome to the Mod Squad, Corey, and welcome to the Mod Squad, Jesse. Two new members of the Mod Squad. Let's go. Let's go. Shout out the family. Oh, we got new SDS. Shout out Jerome. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you guys. Bro, this is a win chat. This is a win chat right now. Like, tell them detail. This straight W's. Again, it's just the gestures, man, the energy, the vibes. I cannot lie to you. I cannot lie to you. And y'all lightweight helped me restore my faith in humanity, and you're continuing to do it right now. I'm a private person, man. I'm a private person. I struggle a lot. And this was the like really first thing that, like I've shared with you guys, and the support you guys have showed me is unbelievable. And it just reminds me of like we all have our we all have our struggles. You know, we all have things that we go through. So this I want to, of course, to everyone here in the chat, we always have good energy and good vibes, but I want to make this more than that. So if you guys ever are struggling, just kind of need some of your own hype, because I did it. I couldn't believe how much that helped me. So if you need us to just shout you out, just send some energy your way, please let us know. Any opportunity, we could be in the middle of going deep on some film. It doesn't matter. You just like, hey, just need some love. We'll shout you out, man. Because again, I gotta find a way to reciprocate this energy back to you guys. It's unbelievable, unbelievable, man. Shout out Justin, appreciate you, man. He says, got my first child at home right now. Wife had complications. 3 months old now. Couldn't imagine what y'all are dealing with. Lean on your loved ones. We got you, man. Shout out Justin, bro. Whew. Man, you guys are unbelievable. You guys are unbelievable. Hopefully, wifey's doing okay. Hey, my wife had complications as well. Obviously, you guys kind of know what we went through with just our twins, but my wife has complications. We're dealing with those complications right now. So I understand what you're going through. So man, I hope you and your family are blessed. Your 3 month old, your wife. I hope everyone's doing good, man. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable, bro. What a This is unbelievable. Coach says football is family, boys. Facts. Facts. Never forget it. Whew. Damn, y'all get me choked up out here. Whew. There's occurrences that happen that supersede the wins and the losses. We play next to each other in this game of life. Not gonna cry. I'm not gonna do it. You can't make me, coach. I see this might be what you guys are trying to do, and you're trying to get me to tear up on the stream. I can't let it happen. We sweat, bleed, cry, we lose, we overcome. Facts. There's a reason why. There's a reason why the SDS, we go about our coverage of the 49ers a specific way. And it's this. If you've played football, even if you haven't played football, you can wrap your mind around this, man. Like football is hard. Football is strenuous, stressful, anxiety ridden. Like it's not just like, oh, go step out on the field and play. Like it's tough game where you could be having a terrible day. You got to go out and perform. You guys remember Marquise Goodwin? He lost his child. That night, next day, he's out there playing for his team, for his brothers, in a season that meant nothing. Like football is the sport that we kind of like relate to, we like, we enjoy. But coach is 100% right, man. Like, and that's how we move as STS. Holy bro. Whole Y'all did it. Y'all did it. You Cap, you're the straw that broke the camel's back. Holy hell. I said I was really trying not to. Just really trying not to, man. Woo! Cap, chat legend says, Coach and Jesse gonna make me do it. I'm trying to see Brad cry. I didn't even read that part. Hey, he did it. Hey, it's all you did it, man. Holy hell. Holy hell. I appreciate you, man. He says, we love you, Brad. Hope this helps out. Anyway, with Walker, bro, I could use your guys' prayers too at this moment. My brother got shot this weekend, is getting surgery as we speak. You're helping me get through my pain, boss. Well, dude, insane prayers up to you, my guy. That's insane. So talk about perspective. I really hope you and your family, because I know it's not just you. I know it's your mom. I know it's your other family members. You're feeling it too. Your whole family's feeling it. Uh, hopefully he pulls through. Hopefully it's not crazy serious, but keep us updated, man, throughout this process with you and your family. Of course, you know we got your back, dude. We got your back, bro. Like, whole SDS got your back, bro. Whole SDS got your back. Hopefully your brother's gonna make it, pull through, be good. But you know the vibes. You know the vibes. We got you no matter what. Holy hell, dude. I hope, man, send all the good vibes right now to Cap, his family, his brother, the surgeons that are performing, executing in his best interests. Like, holy crap. But that's what I'm talking about, man. We all put on that face. We all post our best shit to Instagram. We all got stuff going on. George, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. But this is what we are. All right? We aren't perfect. We understand our lives are crazy. And this feeling, I can sympathize with you, my guy. So I'm so sorry for you, your wife, the rest of your family. Sending all the good energy to you guys during this time because we all need it. And especially people like you, like Cap, Brian, like we all struggle. We all go through things silently. So, George, we got your back here in the SDS. Everyone, do me a favor. Send good energy, good vibes to George right now. Show him some love in the chat because Lord knows George needs it right now. But Cap, George, we got you, bro. We got you. Cause this crazy world we live in, man. Man. Feel for you, George, man. I feel for you, Cap. Send all the good energy to George, bro. Cause that is a feeling. That's a tough one, man. But again, this is what we are. We're family at this point. At this point, I started this to talk about 49ers football. But clearly this has grown into a situation in of itself. And I'm so thankful that we have a group right now that can share their these situations and we can rally around. You guys rally around me. It's time to rally around you now. So we got you, George. We got you, Cat, man. Whew. Man. Love you guys, dude. Love you guys. Bro, love you, bro. Bro, can't even. So tough. So tough. But Sam, Sam says my wife and I have two sets of twins. Two sets of twins. Whew. And with the last sets of twins, my wife almost didn't make it. Praying for you and your family. With God, anything is possible, man. Hopefully, bro, she's doing much better because I could totally understand the kind of fearfulness uh, that you felt in that time. Because I feel right now a little bit, but glad it sounds like everything's good. Bro, that's a goaded conversation, by the way. Coach says, when Brad let me completely go crazy about football for 3 hours on the phone when we literally first met without thinking I was crazy, I knew we was family. We speak the same language, coach. Coach, we speak the same language. Like, that's it. We speak the same language. But man, y'all crazy. I want to show you how crazy y'all are real quick. Can I pull these up? The support you guys show me today, support you showed each other today. Crazy. Look at Jesse going ham, Coach going freaking ham. We got Corey going ham, Jerome going ham. We got Justin. I just want to shout you guys out one more time again. Send some good energy to Cap and his brother and the rest of his family. Y'all made me cry on this damn stream. I didn't even read what Cap said. You made me cry. I didn't even read what he said. Made me cry. Shout out uh again, shout out George. Appreciate you, bro. Hopefully you kick it with us a little bit more. Hopefully we see you around here a little bit more, George. Official member of the SDS. Whoo! Wow. Wasn't expecting that. Um do we attempt to finish the list? You tell me. You tell me. We finished the list. Does it matter at this point? Hey, this might be a good transition for us to get back into the list. But again, shout out the SDS. Shout out every single one of you. Again, you do not have to contribute. I know it can be intimidating sometimes, especially when we got chat legends dropping bombs on me. But a contribution to the SDS is just good vibes. At the end of the day, that's it. SDS is about good vibes. It's what we promote. That's what we're about. So I appreciate all of you. I think it's time. I think it's time we get back into it again. But remember, the invite is out there always. You're going through something, you just need some good energy sent your way. You let us know. You let us know so that we can do whatever we can. You never know whether it's like a GoFundMe, something. We'll come up with something. But I appreciate you guys. All right. Let's finish the list. Shout out all you guys, bro. Shout out every single one of you. Agree. SDS therapy, we on a different level out here. Bro, tell them. Tell them, bro. This community is unbelievable. But I appreciate all you guys. Again, appreciate all you guys. Unbelievable. Let's somehow figure out how to get back onto football because Corey's saying also just wanted to say Ayuk will have a better season than Debo. I thought this was going to be the case. I thought this was going to be the case as well last year. Debo said nope. But this year, you look at the quarterback change, how the offense could be affected by that. I think you're right. But not only do I think, I think Ayuk statistically could put up a better year than Debo. Again, 49ers force fed Debo at a certain point last year. I don't know if that's going to happen again. I feel like there's going to be more equal distribution of the ball this year, especially with Trey Lance's ability to throw outside the numbers, throw deep down the seam, those types of things. So I do think there's going to be a little bit more sharing of the football. But also at number 3, you could argue number 1, you could argue number 2, but I think Juwan Jennings is going to have a huge, huge year. I think Juwan, man. I think Juwan is like our version of like Kendrick Bourne on steroids. Like we remember what KB was and as an undrafted free agent and we saw his maturation process. I think Juwan Jennings is on the same path. I think he's on a very similar path. He's a different wide receiver than KB in regards to archetype, but he has a very similar role in regards to third down conversion, big play conversion, red zone conversion. So with Juwan heading into year 3, I think his confidence is going to be through the roof. I also believe the confidence with his teammates is through the roof and coaching staff as well. And I think all of that will contribute to Juwan having an insanely impactful year. Now, I've talked about it. I don't know what volume is going to look like. That he might not be the best fantasy wide receiver, but in regards to actual football impact as a blocker, as a third down, conversion type player, big play when you need it type guy, Juwan Jennings feels like he's going to be that guy for the 49ers this year. And now, of course, we have a lot of big playmakers, but I think Juwan Jennings solidifies this role when in the kind of gotta have it situations. And I think Jawan ultimately has a massive breakout this year. Again, maybe not in a volume standpoint, but I think in regards to importance and things like that. So I think Jawan Jennings, right here at number 3, is going to be a breakout player for the 49ers. Number 2, I got Talanoa Hufanga. Y'all know I've been kind of vibing on this. Y'all know I've been kind of vibing on this for a while, but I think it's just gonna keep ascending in that direction. I think Talanoa has a belief from his coaching staff, a belief from the players. You heard Jimmy Ward say Talanoa, Ward, best safety duo in the biz. Now we get it. This is probably a little bit of just hey, something for the camera. But I do think Talanoa is the has the mentality to continue to work at his craft, to continue to improve. He's always been a cerebral player, in my opinion. Very smart. Very smart. Part of the reason why he's been so good in certain instances, he knows how to diagnose. He's very good at diagnosing, which allows him to put himself in position to make plays. Now, I also believe, again, based on what we've heard, he looks bigger, stronger, faster, twitchier. So the things that we've have kind of had questions about regarding his physical traits, he has improved those as well. So I think with Talanoa, you take the cerebral ability, you combine it with the physical ability because we already understand around the line of scrimmage, Talanoa is a savage. The only thing that we've had concerns about are in coverage when it's, he gets his hips turned around and has to recover. Like those types of things have been the question marks. Like, how is he going to be able to recover? How is he going to be able to, does he have that burst and speed to be able to recover against, some of these the quicker wide receivers in the NFL? Well, it sounds like he's worked on that quite a bit. And not only that, he's going into year 2. So the game should be slowing down to him, which ultimately should make him faster. So I really think Talanoa is going to have a solid, just fantastic year this year. I really do. That's why I have him number 2. And then at number 1, yuck. Year of the yuck. I think Brandon Ayuk is going to go crazy. We've already gotten glimpses of that. We've already seen the trust between Trey Lance and Brandon Ayuk. I think someone talked about it earlier of why, Brandon Ayuk's explosion is tied to Trey Lance 100%. We saw that week 18 against the Texans. We saw the trust factor that Trey Lance has when things are breaking down and kind of going a little crazy on Trey. He would try to find Ayuk to the point where there was a play where Ayuk wasn't even expect because he probably ran that potential clear out route on a play action with Jimmy hundreds of times, and Jimmy never threw it to him. Trey threw it to him, and I don't think Ayuk was. I legit don't think he was expecting it to come to him. I don't think he finished his route. I don't think he ran it at full capacity, and Trey put it on him, and he was like, "Oh, the ball's coming at me!" Like, so I think with these two understanding the kind of continuity that Trey Lance, Brandon Ayuk will have. Again, Trey Lance is going to throw the football downfield. Trey Lance is going to challenge safeties. He's going to push outside the numbers. It's going to open up things over the middle. It's going to open up things in the flat. but it's also going to give Brandon Ayuk opportunities to go deep, to be that number one wide receiver. When the 49ers drafted Ayuk, you heard a lot of mini Julio, right? Like Julio Jones' son, because he has all those types of skill sets of being able to win short to intermediate, win with route running, win with speed, win with hesitation, win with just kind of being able to just physically dominate other people, just not in the same, stature of what Julio Jones was. So Brandon Ayuk combined with Trey Lance in an offense that I think is going to be able to push the ball downfield a little bit more. I think Brandon Ayuk is head, and again, Brandon Ayuk is one of the rare players to be able to survive the doghouse. That counts for something. That elevates him even further in my book. The Kyle Shanahan doghouse is a real thing. I found it interesting on Chris Sims was doing, Chris Sims does a podcast, one of Kyle Shanahan's best friends, right? He talked about Kyle. I don't know if I want to say finally, but he made a point of emphasis to speak on the fact that Kyle is a my way or the highway kind of guy, and noted that Kyle maybe finally understood or understands that doesn't necessarily translate into being the best coach, getting the best out of the players that you have. And I think that was part of the issues with Brandon Ayuk. I talked to someone at the NFL Combine very close to Brandon Ayuk who trains with Brandon Ayuk. One of the key traits, one of the key personality things about Brandon Ayuk from someone who knows him very well told me is he likes to feel like he has say in what he does. He likes to feel like it's almost his idea at a certain point. He has a specific personality that 100% does not gel with Kyle's personality. So I think, and I'm hopeful, and again, Chris Sims talked about this a little bit, is, maybe Kyle has learned that the my way or the highway approach, at least in today's NFL, just does not work anymore. Especially if you're interested in developing talent. We saw what happened with Brandon. Brandon almost went the opposite direction. Same way Dante Pettis. You go through the list of wide receivers that have come through Kyle Shanahan's room. Not a lot have survived. So Brandon Ayuk survived, and he got on the other side of it, and he started to improve as the year progressed. The effort was there, all of that was there, and I think that's going to transfer and translate into year 3. He's completely understanding of what's expected of him, and I think that ultimately those kinds of, I guess, ancillary things combined with Trey Lance being his quarterback now and the trust and continuity that they have is why Brandon Ayuk is number 1 on my list for breakout candidates. I think Brandon Ayuk's going to go crazy. I don't know about you guys, but I think Brandon Ayuk is going to go crazy this year. So I appreciate you guys for tapping in. These are my 2020 top breakout candidates. We're going to do a couple more things like this. But this was a special episode. I know it started just talking about breakout candidates and, things of that nature. But ultimately, this wound up being a extremely special episode, and that's because of you guys. That's because of, again, guys like Jesse, guys like Coach, guys like Corey. The list goes on and on and on of all you guys in the chat. But crazy, man. Today was crazy. And I appreciate you guys. I can't say it enough. I wish that I could find other ways of saying it, but I appreciate all of you. I appreciate the SDS, man. I appreciate everyone. Appreciate guys like Detail. Always got my back, man. I see it. I don't want you to think I don't see it. I see it, and it is appreciated. And just like everyone else who's got my back, I appreciate you. SDS, legendary group. If you had any questions about the SDS, this was the episode to watch. We're built different over here. Again, might not be the biggest group, might not have the largest community, the loudest community, or anything like that. But we got the vibiest community. That's for sure. We got nothing but good vibes in the SDS. And again, I thank all of you for that. It's all that what you contribute to this community. And like I said, this community has helped me more than I could have anticipated or could have thought of. So I thank all of you guys for the continued support, well wishes, good energy, all of it. Obviously, we're all chomping at the bit uh, to get football back. But very thankful for you guys. Very thankful. I appreciate you guys, man. And hey, you know the vibes, bro. We're gonna keep working. That's all we know how to do. We just work. We just work. We don't care about anyone. We got people chirping our energy every day. Best believe it. You don't care because we want to keep working. I appreciate you guys, man. You guys are the best. I appreciate you, dude. I appreciate all of you. We appreciate the ones listening in the background. Shout out, wifey. I appreciate you all, man. But for now, we're gonna keep building. Yes, sir. Tell them, Detail. We're gonna keep building. We're gonna keep moving. We're gonna keep vibing. And when the season here, this group, oh, we to the moon, baby. We to the moon. Thank you. Thank you for that. I'm glad you like the ambiance. The ambiance that we have. But you guys know the vibes. SDS undefeated. Smash the like button if you haven't already. If you haven't subbed yet, I don't even know what we're doing if you haven't subbed yet. And you know the vibes. Probably be back tomorrow. Again, it's the lives. I think if you've noticed, has been kind of, it's not as scheduled as before. Obviously, we got a lot going on, but I would try to stick within the windows that you guys are used to. And I don't know if I'm ready for guests yet. Maybe a call-in show though. Coach, call-in show. Detail, call-in show. Maybe. I don't know if you want to be behind Coach though, because we'll probably talk for about 3 hours. as we talked about earlier. But that those things will continue to will move in that direction. But call so they're coming, boys. It's coming. But we're taking everything in stride right now. We're taking everything in stride. But again, thank you to everyone. Thank you to everyone who's donated or contributed. Appreciate you guys. Again, thank you to everyone who gives good vibes as well. Uh, I do remember that. I do remember that. That was dope. That was dope. Shout out Michael. Um, I do remember that. That was one of the weirdest things of last year. Coming out of quarantine and people recognizing me, that was weird. But shout out to people like you and Michael. Again, if you guys see me walking around, I'll take a picture with you if you want it. If you want to take a picture with this ginger beard, it's for your picture pleasures. I'm out of here. Love you guys. Until next time, we out.